Smile.
Cheese!
Smile,
Smile,
dude.
Luke.
Let's do the funny face.
Okay.
Let's do the funny face.
All right. Be gone, kids. You know what? I don't think we're going to be able to do this.
Why?
Because they're just going to keep coming around. Making noise.
Not if we ask one of my parents to keep them. No, Luke. No, no, no.
Hey, this is Marriage Monday!
Hi, I'm Philip,
I'm Chrissy.
and this is Marriage Monday. So today we're continuing with the series of topics that you need to discuss before you get married. And today's topic is kids. So talk about the children.
Let's get into it.
I don't know why you
Guys, it's just so private.
So a little story time. So me and Chrissy had just got married. We came back from a honeymoon. We're in my little crack house of an apartment. And the plan initially was to be married for 2 years before we start having kids. That was the plan. But we were in an intimate moment, and you know, candles was lit, music was playing, and it came time for that special moment. And at the time she wasn't on birth control, we were doing the pull and pray. Not a good idea,
Pull
by the
and
way.
pray. We're doing it now. What?
Shut up. Anyway, so it came to that moment, it's time to pull and pray. And she pulled, or she tried to jump away, but I was not
He wasn't feeling it.
I was not feeling it that day. So I pulled her back. And that's how we got Bailey.
That's how we got Bailey. And mind you, a little bit about us, Philip and I, we remained pure until marriage. So he was a virgin, I was a virgin. And that's a whole nother video.
Whole nother video on that.
A whole nother, yeah. So we had that going on. We weren't too keen about sex. We didn't really know a whole lot. We didn't want to read the books. We didn't want to take the advice of our friends and family that told us, hey, you better get on birth control. Hey, use protection. You can get pregnant. Didn't listen to any of that. And yeah, 2 months into our marriage, while he was trying to be a good husband and I'm learning how to be a wife, we become parents.
Still learning how to be married.
Still 2 months in.
I ask
2 months.
myself now sometimes, was it worth it?
Was it?
Before
Philip and I got married, we talked about this thing many times. It came up in our relationship. How many kids do you want? Can you have kids? Things like that. And we've always said we wanted 3 kids. In our marriage counseling, 3 kids. That is the magic number that we decided on, that we settled on. And that was our plan.
Yeah. So, yeah, like she said, we talked about it for a long time. We had many conversations about that, just in our like daydreaming moments, or I wonder what our kids would look like, young type stuff. You know, and before in marriage counseling, we talked about it too. But after we were married and we actually had kids, that number 3 changed for me. I mean, we have 2, and I feel like I'm good. I got a boy, I got a girl, both healthy and strong, beautiful kids, love my kids, but I don't want no more of them. I mean, I've changed diapers. You know, I've made the bottles, I've carried the diaper bag, I've pushed the stroller, I've dealt with my baby girl screaming, help me, in Target when I'm just trying to, you know, help her across the street or whatever. I'm done. So I'm good with 2.
Now me, I want 1 more. And we always make this joke, I always do, that I want 1 to do the kitchen, 1 to do the yard work, 1 to do the bathrooms, just so I don't have to do no chores.
Slave labor.
Slave labor, that's what kids are for. Come on, we did chores when we were
That's
little.
the only reason my parents had me. Anyway.
So on a serious note, children take work, they take your time, they take money, a lot of money. You know how many diapers I've bought? Oh my gosh. I see girls all the time talking about they want babies and they're so cute and I have baby fever. But the reality is children take a lot of work. You have to change your whole schedule around. You can't just get up and go when you feel like it. You have to pack diaper bags and extra clothes and food and snacks. We love our children, but you have to accept that responsibility. The reality is you have to be prepared to devote your time and your energy to that kid, to that life.
Right. The main idea I think here that my wife's getting across is children are not accessories.
No,
A child is not like a new purse or a puppy or what have you. It's a completely different thing. You're responsible to cultivate that child.
Yes.
And to train them up in the way they should go. I have my scripture. I'm going to read it. It's Psalms 127. It says, children are a gift from the Lord. They are a reward from him. Children born to a young man are like arrows in a warrior's hand. How joyful is the man whose quiver is full of them. So, I mean, it's a responsibility because you're empowering someone, you know, while they're living with you to go and live the rest of their life and their reflection of you.
So the major takeaways here are you want to have that conversation before you get married. You want to talk about this with your spouse and be open and honest about it. Even if the plan changes, you want to have something in place. And you also want to consider how this life is going to change the dynamic of your relationship, the dynamic of your marriage.
Yeah. Furthermore, of course, children are a blessing from the Lord. So no matter how it is they come into your house or they come into your life, you know, just remember, they are a blessing. May not always seem that way, but they are.
So we hope that you enjoyed this week's Marriage Monday. Always remember to like and subscribe to the Towles, and we'll see you next week.
Until next week, love each other. Yours was late.